kinda lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine, looking to the outward, speaking roundabout words, absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along.
What is up, my brothers? Ish de la Ish, and I'm bringing you part 2 of my Chargers offensive free scheme here, and we're going to get Shotgun 5 Gun Bunch Week. Get right into it. Mesh Post is going to be the play. So again, these 3 plays are going to be Shotgun number 5 in the Chargers book, Gun Bunch Week, and we're going to take Y. Now, he's the option here, of course, for the running back. We're just going to start pushing him off on the left, but it looks like they could be blitzing, so I'll leave him here and block him for this play. And we're going to take RB, put him on a streak. That B receiver cutting across, or A, depending on the coverage. In a zone, that B route, of course, like some of the other plays, is going to just destroy almost every coverage. You can hit that outside right there on the running back, but I would advise throwing that very often unless you know it is wide open. It's very easy to have that jumped. But here right there coming across, you're going to have that, like I say, that B receiver is going to be open a ton. You got underneath, of course, we got mesh plays. So anybody running man coverage, one of those guys underneath will be open. X will be open in man coverage. So in case he's lurking in the middle on you user-wise, which is going to be the only thing that's really going to stop that B for the most part. You know, somebody sitting there, then you can just check that down if need be. But that's what we'll be looking for on this play at least. Like I say, whenever I'm talking about running backs, you kind of do as you please. There's always going to be somebody you can leave behind that you can block 6 with. That's why I try to make sure the plays all function without it. So as I was going through starting this off, I was showing as he comes across there. I mean, you can also take him and put him on a wheel, a normal wheel. Sometimes those get a little bit more open. And right there, they pressed up the front. Anytime you guys see press out there on the outside and there's no safety over the top, always try to put that guy on a streak. Always audible. Here we're going to show just blocking here that the play is still going to be very effective. You're just going to have two options really, just coming across the top and then the drag on the bottom. So the next one we're going to get into, and that was the play I was running in those gameplays, and it was destroying online. So next one out here, we're just going to look at the other side of that. So the first one was the mesh post. This will be the mesh. This is more common, going to be in a lot more books, I believe. So this stuff will carry over. So between the two of them, I just wanted to give it a little concept out here, just a couple plays to kind of go out and hit again here. The deeper mid and stuff like that. So the B, you're going to motion the B out to the left, RB on a streak. Again, this time we can leave Y again here, block later if need be. The Y will on occasion be open, but again, we're not really looking for that because it can be one that you easily throw a pick on when you misread coverage. But if you can this is just a flipped way to run the play before. So it's it's 2 different plays, but you're getting a slight different look because you're not flipping it, you're not putting the running back across there, but you can get you're getting very similar concept, which is what we want. This one again here, it's going to be very good against man. I think the computer runs the man here on me a few times in a row. You're definitely going to get that break on the other side. So it just depends on which side of the field you're trying to, direction you want to hit between running the mesh post and the mesh really out of these two. But definitely, you definitely be able to stretch, get above there. You can leave, on the first one, you've got the double mesh ones running. It's a little bit easier even to beat, and then this one here, you're gonna have I think the beats man a little bit bigger, as you can see right there, when you're blocking on that one. So they both can get big plays out of that. Just more, just concept between the two now to flip back and add into the book. I mean, like any of these, we've got to develop more plays and then just some basic ones, so that way you're not running them over and over. And that's the only time you're really going to run into trouble. But if you find a way to mix these in, get a handful of run plays in also, and then the plays from the first book, and then what we will give you in the membership with the ebook for this, which there'll be a lot more stuff in the actual ebook. So pick and choose the plays you like. Not every one you may be into, it may not be your style. So let's get one more out of this. So we're coming out in here, and we'll get their own play, which will be the SD Bunch, the San Diego Bunch. Again, all these are going to be out of the Gun Bunch number 5. And on this, again, what I like to do with Y out here, the running back, is I want to take him and I just put him on a check release on the right-hand side. And there we go, getting open. A little bit late throwing that, but we're basically going to flood either side, depending on which side if you flip this or not. But now, to get him to get the check release, you have to put him on anything that besides. He's already on a check release to begin with, so you have to block him or something. He won't motion to the right. But then when you motion to the right, put Y on a check release out there, and that'll set that up. I think I said that enough for the rest of the video. We're trying to hit now, and what we're going to do is we're going to put B on a streak. Now, what you're looking at, you can really, there's a slant. I like putting a slant on the other side. You can really put the either outside or inside B or RB on a streak on this one, depending on which of the first of the out routes you want to run. We definitely are going to keep that one running out on the outside. We're going to keep A where it's at, but you can put to where you have a turn easy, a real fast turn, or like the X right there. That's more of the medium range. So read your coverage. If you're seeing a cover 3, you're going to want to take the outside, the outside guy right in here, who's going to be the B, and we're going to put him on the streak. That's the best for cover 3 because then A is going to break open a lot more. There you see the check down right there, the check release. It will on occasion go really fast, so you got to keep an eye for that. And if they ever update the blocking from out of the backfield, you know, we might want to run it on some of these plays a little bit differently. But right now, you don't get the assist. The blockers in the backfield, when you try to screen plays out of stuff like this, I would run a screen like out of this also. But right now, everybody run downfield and doesn't block. So until they get an update and fix that, we're going to run that play this way. Now right here, if you got off coverage, always run a hook with that LT. Hold LT down. I'll get another one here in a second. But just as something, no matter what play we're running, when you see coverage, you know, and it's backed off like that, and there's nobody underneath, like here, see right here at X. Now I'm going to hold the LT to get it down. I like to throw the bullet, and I like to throw it low right there, the low pass. You will get on occasion. You're going to turn those around like that. So whenever you see one-on-one, like say if they're pressed, no safety, you're going to want to put a streak. You know, if everyone's off and you don't see a defender who can come underneath and intercept it from underneath, try those hooks out there with a bullet and a low pass bullet. Now here you go. If you just audible, guys, the run plays suck in this. So if you just audible to the right, you're going to get a halfback base that goes left, and if you audible a few times to the left, you're going to get a halfback base that goes to the right. So just remember, they're backwards. You know, if you want to find the halfback base left, you go right, you know, and vice versa. And that's what that looks like. So what I would recommend, since there's no runs except for a draw out of this formation, this is what I would run out of, guys. Definitely, and these are both effective. If you go to the left, what I like to do here is you can take that tight end over here, and you can motion him to get an extra blocker also. It might be effective and helpful on certain plays, so just watch for that. I do feel the one going to the right, the halfback base to the right, is more effective. It's a quick base left and a regular base to the right. I think this one, and you don't need to do anything. There's no reason to motion anybody. It normally sets up pretty well. Just watch the blockers, and but between the two of those guys, that will cover your runs if you're trying to pass out of that formation, out of the mesh scheme. Which again, if somebody's running heavy man on you, that mesh scheme is going to destroy them. So it's something to kind of work in there. And again, the those over the middle, the in routes over the middle there, you know, those post routes and stuff, anything like that out there is going to really control the zones very well also. So we got a good combination, even if you just kind of run the meshes back and forth here out of this, and you see again there just the run. So that'll be that this time around, guys. I'm going to move on. I've got a finish the season out, which means I've got a new draft and a new mini scheme coming out, and we've got a lot more of this being dumped into the ebook coming out soon. So see you guys next time. Peace.